Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss the in-depth difference between nocturnal and diurnal animals. Diurnal means any living creature active during daytime hours. These will include most lizards, canines, birds, and even giraffes. Then nocturnal means any living creature active during nighttime hours. These will include most geckos, felines, tarantulas, and even hamsters. Cab, my ornate Eurymastix, is a diurnal animal, eating, basking, and running during daytime hours. A lot of the signs going into nocturnal and diurnal animals involve the eyes, so let's take a look at those, shall we? This is the basic anatomy of a mouse eye. As you may have noticed, the lens and the retina are the biggest parts of the mouse eye. The larger the opening or lens means the more light can go in and hit the receptors in the retina to travel up the optic nerve into the brain and process the image they are seeing. Now that you have seen a nocturnal animal's eye, let's switch over to the human eye anatomy. Humans are diurnal animals, so their lens and retina doesn't need to be as big due to the plentiful amount of light. Any type of eye uses the retina's photoreceptors to process the light or photons. Here we have a human eye in the daytime. This image has a single photon for the sake of ease, but we process way more to see an image. In the daytime, multiple photons will hit the middle of the retina's receptors and we will be able to see images clearly. At nighttime, due to the lack of light photons, there is less chance of accuracy in hitting the middle of the retina, making what we see appear grainy, dark, and fuzzy. Flip is a nocturnal animal, so he is always active at night hours. Now, you may be asking, why are some animals nocturnal? Some animals are nocturnal so there is less competition for food, to get out of the day heat, or to avoid diurnal predators. Same goes for diurnal animals. They are diurnal because of the ease of finding food, not adapted to living in the dark, or to steer clear of night predators. Now you may be asking, hey California, I own a leopard gecko, and he comes out when the sun sets and rises. What does that make him? Fun fact, there's a third category. Leopard geckos are actually crepuscular. Crepuscular animals are active during dawn and dusk. This will include most deer, bats, lagomorphs, and even hyenas. Different geckos' eyes are adapted in different ways to help them see in limitedly lit situations. Let's talk about the differences of leopard gecko and tokay gecko's eyes. When it's light out, most nocturnal geckos will turn their round eyes to slits because of the overpowering amount of light. Leopard geckos have adapted their eyes to be able to see in both lit and dark situations. Tokay geckos are also somewhat adapted to this way of living. They have adapted their eyes so when there is limited light, their lens or pupil expands. When the light is plentiful, they close their pupil to leave only little pit holes for the light to enter. Different nocturnal animals' eyes are adapted differently for their way of living. Flip here is a full-blown nocturnal animal. As you probably noticed, his eyes are huge. This is because he is very adapted to living in low light. The slightest movement from across the room will trigger him to freeze. Eyes aren't the only way animals can navigate through the dark. Bats send sound waves through the air to catch their prey. This process is called echolocation. Tarantulas are completely blind, although some species such as the Poecilotheria species have been known to be very photosensitive to light. Tarantulas use their hair or setae to feel the vibrations on the floor or webbing to catch their prey with accuracy. I hope you guys all enjoyed learning about the differences between nocturnal, diurnal, and even crepuscular animals. I wanted to say a big thank you to Lizards for Kids and More for letting me use pictures of his tokay, gargoyle, and crested geckos. Another huge thank you to Gideon and friends for letting me use pictures of her leopard geckos, Moist and Zazu. Thank you all for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe.